Hello, welcome to Statecraft IAS and Social Perspectives Sociology in Newspaper series. In this series, we shall discuss daily news articles in sociological perspective and revise relevant sociology related UPSC mains concepts with the help of a newspaper on daily basis. In today's video, we have an article saying economic criterion is not the sole basis for creamy layer. Now, without going into the contents of the article, just by looking at the headline itself, we can say that this headline is refuting Karl Marx's economic determinism. Because Karl Marx says every social transaction is based on economic based structure. He says in economic determinism there are two bases in the society. One is economic based structure. There are two structures in society, not two bases. One is economic based structure and the other one is socio-political superstructure. Now, what Karl Marx says is this economic based structure determines this socio-political superstructure, and this he says as economic determinism. Now, this article, if you see, creamy layer is a concept to bar some already affluent personalities or individuals or families from availing the benefits of reservation. Because reservations are meant for those categories who are backward in nature, both socially and economically. Backward means both socially and economically. This is why Supreme Court has said that economy is not the sole criterion, because socially backward is also another criterion which has to be considered for considering creamy layer category. So, it is refuting economic determinism because Karl Marx says economy is the only criterion, whereas later Marxists agreed that economy is not the sole criterion and economy is not the sole determiner. There are other factors also, but Karl Marx initially had argued that economy is the sole criterion which describes or determines every social relation in the society. Now, why these reservations are required? To uplift the backward communities, because if government intervention is not there, then it will lead to inequalities in the society. It will lead to inequalities in the society, and this inequitable distribution of power, wealth, development will lead some underprivileged communities to develop a sense of animosity against the well-developed communities. This animosity will lead to social division, and thus solidarity is compromised, as Durkheim has argued. Hence, to maintain social cohesion, this solidarity must be strengthened, and that's why underprivileged communities of the society must be taken care of by the government or the state. Not only to ensure equal development, but also to ensure stable society, because stable society is the concern of sociology altogether. So, moving on to the next article. Here it says caste counts. Now, this is about caste census debate happening in the country. This article says Bihar Chief Minister along with some other political leaders had consulted Prime Minister Narendra Modi, though Prime Minister had not openly talked about his opinion on the issue. The author or editor says here that caste census is very much useful for this time in the history, because he says effective governance requires robust data on the governed. As the democratization of society deepens, questions are being raised regarding the status of Dalits, tribal communities and a large section of the population that is characterized in the constitution as socially and economically backward classes. Next, it is assumed that particular groups within each category have benefited disproportionately from political and job reservations, and there are demands for subquotas. Moreover, some communities are feeling shortchanged by the affirmative action steps of the state. Just now we talked about affirmative action of the state and why it is required. Here it is said, some communities are feeling that they are shortchanged by that affirmative action. Hence, with the role of the government as a big employer diminishing, there is a demand for affirmative action in the private sector also. For all these reasons, caste census is necessary, says the author, and these particular arguments can be included in our caste and society chapter. To support this particular caste census. However, there are some criticisms like there is some opposition like it will only widen social rifts, as rightly said by Andrew Bettile. He says political intervention is what making caste consciousness in the society alive again and again, and that is what the argument of Andrew Bettile. While writing the statement, we should write in answers that Andrew Bettile has supported the same view. Next one is multitude of practical problems. This is not so social social point. Hence, by listing out these points, we can write our answer about the caste census regarding caste and society chapter. Apart from that, we have discussed Andrew Bettile also, and bringing Durkheim here. Here what it is said is, inequitable distribution of power and wealth endangers the stability of any society. Isn't that what Durkheim has said? He always talked about inequity in his first division of labor. He always argued about inequality of opportunity and lack of meritocracy. These two are the prime reasons for forced division of labor in the society, and that forced division of labor compromises solidarity, he says. Moreover, apart from those social points, if we observe this article, it very neatly highlights or very neatly structures the arguments. See, this last time India's population was enumerated on the basis of caste was in 1931. This can be used in introduction, this point. Listing out positives, this is one of the positives, this is second point, this is third point, this is fourth point. And the other argument, if we want to present, this is first point, this is second point, and while coming to the conclusion, these arguments can be stated in conclusion, that is, inequitable distribution of power and wealth endangers the stability of any society, and moreover, a renewed vision for a just and united India, where all divides are reduced, must guide the discussion on a caste census. Like this, we can structure our answer whether it is in sociology or it is in GS1 paper to fetch optimum marks or maximum marks. These brownie points can be noted in our notes and can be presented in the answers without any doubt. So that's all we have for today. If you like the content, please like, share and subscribe to Statecraft IAS. If you have any comments or criticisms, or if you have anything to say, please comment and let me know in the comment section. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.